Hey guys, what is going on? Lego1 here, and welcome back to another video where today I'll be reviewing the LEGO Ninjago Legacy, the Tournament Elements set 71735. So without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off with the first minifig, we do have the 10th anniversary golden edition Lloyd, and each of the ninja do come in a LEGO Ninjago Legacy set. And the only two we haven't seen yet in a set are Zane and Nina. And I really like this idea to actually celebrate the 10th anniversary, to actually include like a limited edition exclusive version of the ninja. But I really wish it was like some of the suits from like Season 1, Season 5, instead of like the later seasons of Ninjago. But I definitely do think it's a really awesome idea to get exclusive torso and legs. And I believe the hairpiece is the same as the Lloyd from the Island series of sets, but I really like this tile, or like this circular tile with the 10 and then like Ninjago. I definitely think that is really awesome, and I also really like just how simple the build for like the podium is. But it is strange how they actually do have green here, but I believe that might represent like Lloyd's color. Then the next minifig is Jay, and it's so awesome to actually get a version of Jay with his hairpiece, because usually you get the ninja with like their mask on, you really don't get a hairpiece. So it's definitely really awesome to have a hairpiece for him. And he does have some nunchucks. I definitely think they are very simple, but just work really nicely. And I also really like his torso and leg printing. I believe it might be the same as like the other Legacy versions for Jay for like seasons 3 and 4, but I'm not 100% sure. But I definitely think they look really awesome like that. And then we have Kai, and once again, it's really awesome to have a minifig like this with the hairpiece, because he honestly has such a unique hairpiece, and I definitely think it looks really awesome. And I also really like the color red for his uniform with like the torso and the leg printing. And I believe the like writing on both Jay and Kai, I believe, are supposed to represent their elemental power. So for Kai, I believe it would say fire or like master of fire, but I'm not 100% sure. And I also like his weapon as some sort of spear, or like, I'm really not too sure on like what that sort of weapon is. But then the next minifig is Gravis, who is the elemental master of gravity, and I'm really glad we do get some variants of elemental masters we haven't seen before, instead of just getting updated variants of the ones we did see in the original Tournament of Elements set. And I think the translucent purple pieces to represent his sort of gravity elemental power is definitely really awesome. Simple, but it just works really nicely with this translucent white piece with like a bar on it, and it just very easily clips onto the minifig hand, and it just works really nicely. And then I think his torso printing is also really cool. I love the amount of detailing on, and his legs are just plain. They're just in a really nice red color. And then at the back, he also does have some really cool printing as well with like the gold. And his hair, not hairpiece, but like hat piece is definitely very interesting. The only other minifig I have a hat piece like this is from the Pirates sort of minifig pack, which was a while ago. And then I just really love the shape and the mold of it. And his first face expression is him like sort of quite cocky or serious. And then the next one I just think is really awesome. It's like him with his eyes closed, and I believe it is supposed to represent like him concentrating on using gravity. And I just think that just works really nice, and it just is very effective. Then the next minifig is another exclusive Elemental Master, and this is, oh, I'm gonna mess this up so badly. Bolaba. Hopefully I am saying that correctly, but very sorry if I'm not. And I honestly think this is such an amazing minifig. The amount of detailing on the torso is really cool. Even the legs, especially the color of them with like this sort of nice like green color. I just think it looks really awesome. And the staff build is very interesting as well, with like this sort of leaf piece, and then his legs also have some really cool printing, but his torso is just really awesome with like the feather and like just some detailing for like leaves or like tattoos of leaves and all that. Even at the back he does have some pretty cool printing on his torso. And then the hair and hat, or like no, hair and like beard piece is definitely really awesome. It actually is one piece, and I just definitely think that is great. His first facial expression, he does look pretty angry, and then the next one, he just looks really calm. And taking off that piece, it does reveal a bit more of back and front torso printing. Then the final minifig for this set, which is exclusive, is Jacob, and he is the elemental master of sound, I believe. And I did not know this, but the guitars are actually hollow in the back. I did not know that till I actually saw them. I'm not too sure if it's just for Jacob or it's like the other guitars. And I just really love the shape for the guitar, and I'm really glad it is minifig scale instead of having like a guitar like really big, so like the minifig just looks really bad holding it. And I'm really glad it actually does fit with short legs, because he does use some pretty nice short legs in the blue coloring, and his afro piece just looks really awesome. And then his torso printing is also pretty cool. I also love the amount of detailing with like the gold and like that sort of print there. Even at the back, it does have some pretty cool torso printing, and his face expressions, I believe he does have two. Yeah, his first one, he does look pretty calm, and then the next one, I believe he does look pretty happy. And I also really like the star sort of sunglasses printed onto him. I just think they look really cool on him. Then the final minifig for this set is Izor, and I really love this minifig, especially in the season 4 like episodes and all that. And I'm really glad to actually have him as a minifig, because he does look pretty awesome and also pretty menacing with like his mohawk, the tattoo of the snake, his facial expression with like one eye like sort of cut out, and like his sort of vampire teeth. And I also really like the leather jacket as well, with like the Anaconda warrior sort of logo and like his tooth necklace. Just everything about this minifig is definitely really awesome. The detailing on the legs as well. Just everything about that minifig is definitely pretty awesome. So now we'll take a look at the builds for this set. You do get 3 builds, but the third one is the major build. Just the first 2 are just very simple and like really don't use too many pieces. The first one is the Spinjitzu piece, and I think it looks really awesome in like this translucent white and gold color. I believe it would possibly like represent like almost like a legacy version of Spinjitzu. Instead of just using like the color for each of the ninjas, they've gone for like this sort of pure version of Spinjitzu, so like you can use it for any ninja. Then the other very simple build is the Spinjitzu piece as well. Instead of using this, you can also use this play feature, which will demonstrate just very quickly. It is very simple and actually uses a brand new piece, which is like this sort of clip attachment, like you have 2 pieces with it. And I definitely think it's really cool. So you just hold it at the end here, and then you sort of do that, and it actually works pretty nicely. But I think it does work a little more better on like a hard surface instead of carpet. So now we'll take a look at the main build for the set, which is the arena for the Tournament of Elements. And I must say, this is definitely a perfect set. I love all the amount of detailing for the set. Just everything about it is just really awesome. So I guess we'll start from here and then like slowly work our way over to here. So I definitely think this is really cool with these like green pieces, and I just think they work pretty nicely. Instead of just using like a translucent green, they've actually gone with like this solid green color, and I definitely think it is pretty awesome. And I'm surprised we didn't actually see any spare pieces, because usually you do get like a couple of spare weapon pieces, especially these ones from like previous Ninjago sets. But this does attach or detach to like the main setup, so we could possibly see like an extension to the Tournament of Elements set. Like, I was just thinking that just a couple of minutes ago, because like you can take these apart, and could you like connect something else to have like this whole sort of Tournament of Elements set up, and you can like very easily detach it, but you don't want to accidentally like do it too hard like that, otherwise like some of it will break. But I definitely think that works really nice, because like you could just place it anywhere, and the one over here is the exact same. Then we move into like this small section here. I just really love how it is built up and symmetrical it is, and I definitely think the color scheme is really awesome. So this is Klaus's Book of Spells, and I really love that sticker here. But I'm really surprised it wasn't a print, because I must say that was quite a hard sticker. And even this sticker, I'm surprised it wasn't a print. And I'm pretty sure, because it is quite hard to see, I believe it's like the Anaconda spell to turn Chen's henchmen into Anaconda warriors. And I like how it does sit quite nicely on like this sort of book stand. And you can open it up. I haven't actually tested this, so it may not work. So like you could just put it, man, it's quite fiddly. You could just put it, oh man, no, I don't think that's going to work. But if you guys do like sort of achieve that, then that's pretty cool. And I definitely think the build for like the podium is definitely pretty simple. And then turning it around, the panel pieces are actually white. I did not know this. I didn't think they were like back and front. I thought it was just for the front, but that is definitely pretty awesome how they are like that. Then moving up, I do like the sticker for like the banner for the tournament elements. I definitely think that is pretty awesome. Now I believe either one of these sort of vase have a sort of special blade in it to actually move to the, and it's not that one, I failed. And it is the one on the other side. It does have a special blade in there, and I really like how that works. Instead of just having like no hidden features, I'm really glad they do include that. And then the middle area is pretty cool as well. I definitely like these green like weapon pieces. I'm not too sure like what this is supposed to represent. Maybe some sort of throne. I did think that, but I'm not too sure now. And then I also really like the railing with like the dragon handles in the middle, and then like this sort of setup here. And I honestly did not expect it to be like this high, because from the box it does look sort of low. I actually thought it's going to be like to about here, but then it is like quite high, so that is definitely really awesome. And then the other side is symmetrical on both the bottom and the top, apart from like this sort of crate here. And then hopefully the keyblade, or not the keyblade, but the special blade is in here, and I just really love that feature. But I kind of wish it was maybe like a translucent color, because like from the episodes it sort of has like this sort of translucent color to it. And then down the bottom here, I believe there's also another reference, which is an episode where like they have to skate and all that, and there are two skates in here in a silver color or gunmetal grey, and I believe that's for like the ninja roll episode. So I really love that reference there. I cannot put this back into position. I also really like the blue, like the dark blue. I just think it looks really awesome. Then we have the plant build here, and that is just the exact same with the attachment with a bar, with a bar and a clip attachment. Just very simple, it just adds so much to the build. Then turning it around, it is pretty symmetrical all the way around, but it still just looks really awesome. Even like at the back, it just looks so awesome and just perfect. So now we'll take a very quick look at the packaging for this set, but I won't go too much in depth because we did do that in the unboxing. So the manual does show an advertisement for the other legacy sets for this wave of Ninjago, and then the golden minifigs. And then the box also does show that at the back, but it does have the one you collected in this set and then the rest blacked out. And then also featured in Season 4, and just some pictures of the set. And then at the front it just shows you this really epic setup of the set. So my overall thoughts on this set is that it is definitely a perfect set, and I definitely think it is a big improvement on the original Tournament Element set. But the only thing, now this is very tiny, the only thing I wish they did was possibly include another minifig and raise the price up to maybe $40. And that minifig could have been Klaus or Chen, because I would just love to see an updated version of Klaus and Chen. But hopefully, as I said, they may like expand onto this set, because there is definitely proof that they could possibly do that. And then we may get like Klaus and Chen, and maybe some like updated versions of the Anna Country or Warriors like Chen's men. Now that would be definitely really awesome. So I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions about this set down in the comments below. And as always, guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I can see so goodbye.